Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hi, Manny. How are you?
Wonderfully blessed as always, sir. And so are you. And a big congrats on Woman of the Hour. Harrowing, affecting, and totally entertaining. A true crime spectacle. I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. So first things first, take us from the very beginning. What got you interested to playing the real life serial killer Rodney Alcala in Woman of the Hour?
Well, I think as an actor, playing a serial killer is definitely one of those things that you always want to, get a chance of doing. It came out of nowhere. I was actually shooting a film in Ireland, and my team reached out, said that Anna was doing this film and that she wanted to meet with me for Rodney. And I mean, Anna Kendrick wants to meet me for a role. That's pretty cool. And then we met, we talked about the character, the story, the script, and then little by little, I started doing the research and all the stuff, and kind of started to build this character with Anna.
Wow. Now, look, I'm a fan of true crime and I had seen the story of the dating game killer, but the film dove deeper, I believe. I mean, I learned that he thinks he can get any girl he wants and that he knows the stage and the movie industry very well. All of these are a lot to unpack. So, how did you prepare, Daniel?
Um, Look, man, I think my focus was really on learning as much as I could of Rodney. I think a lot of the information that is out there is post the movie. When he actually gets caught, is in prison, and his trials and retrials, but that's older Rodney. So I didn't really have much of younger Rodney. I know a lot of these serial killers tend to have some traumatic event or something that happens in their lives that kind of takes him the other way. But he really didn't have anything. He was a very normal guy. He had a good family. He was from San Antonio. Like nothing really stuck out. But then I got to see the photographs that he took and that the police released of all the victims that were never found, and that was like a big moment for me to put it all together, because I really got to know him just through his photographs and the ability that he had of making people feel comfortable, get the guard down and all that. So that was like the biggest golden nugget that I found.
He was also described as someone with an uncomfortable mystique, an uncomfortable aura. And I believe you nailed it, Daniel. Every time I look at you, I'm like, ugh. The film.
I appreciate that, I guess. Yeah, thanks, man.
How did Anna Kendrick, the director, help you shape the character? How was she as a first-time director, by the way?
She was fantastic, man. I honestly can't believe that this is the first time that she's done this, because of how flawlessly she went from being an actor in front of me and doing the scene, and then being a director and a producer and kind of wearing all the hats. I think one of the good things in my relationship with her is there's a lot of trust, there's a lot of respect, there's a lot of her obviously being, the captain, the leader of the movie, and allowing me and pushing me to kind of trust my instincts. And she is an actress first before being a director, so she understands the language, and she understands that sometimes you don't need to talk about certain things, sometimes you do, sometimes you need your own personal space. And she was just very giving and very welcoming. And I don't know, man, I can't believe it's the first time she's doing it, and I know for a fact that she's going to keep doing it.
Oh, I love that the majority of the film, the focus here is on the victims. You agree with me on that?
Yeah, I do, and that's one of the things that she mentioned in our first meeting. It was that, and that's also another thing that attracted me of the project. The fact that Anna's point of view was going to be, a woman's point of view. It wasn't going to be told from a man's perspective. It wasn't going to be glorifying Rodney Alcala. It was going to be a story where obviously he is, in the nucleus, in the middle of it all, but the victims in those stories matter more than the prosecutor and the lawyer and Rodney. And so I feel like that differentiates the movie, and there's a better understanding of what he did through his victims.
Quickly, Daniel, why do you think we have the penchant for liking true crime? I love true crime.
I don't know, man. I am like you, Manny. I like watching Dateline. I like watching stuff about serial killers. I mean, and my wife also. It's like a thing that we do together. It's weird, right? But I think it's because we are so away from that way of thinking and doing the things that these people do, that there's a certain fascination or a certain intrigue of like what gets them there.
Yeah.
How can anyone get there? So I think that's where the lure comes from.
Oh, a big congrats on the Woman of the Hour. Again, I was like this all the time. And then by the end, I was like this because it's also a smart social critique. So good luck on everything, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you, man. Nice to meet you.